Assalamu alaikum. The reminders that have been shared so far do not do the lessons in the Quran any justice, but they were merely reminders which hope to trigger deeper thinking into themes we generally come across in the Quran, but tend to overlook. Today, I wanted to share some important advice once shared by a wise man, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala dedicates a chapter to for in the Quran. Luqman radiallahu anhu. According to Ibn Kathir and most tafsir scholars, Luqman was not a prophet, but he was a wise man that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had blessed with wisdom. Chapter 31 of the Quran contains 10 precious advices Luqman offered his son. Advice that is applicable to us now and can be used by any parent, teacher or mentor seeking to raise or influence a child in light of Islam. Subhanallah, Luqman summed up in a few words the way to succeed in this life and in the hereafter. First, Luqman warns his son against the greatest injustice man can do. He says, "O my son, join not in worship others with Allah. Verily, joining others in worship with Allah is a great injustice indeed." Luqman calls his son, "My son," to do so catches his son's attention so that he may listen carefully to his father. Next, Luqman reminds his son of the rights of his parents on him. And we have enjoined on man to be dutiful and good to his parents. His mother bore him upon weakness and hardship. He describes the hardships mothers face bearing children, and then he mentions the total dependence that infants have on their mother. So for that, thank Allah and then your parents. Luqman then describes some of Allah's might. He says, "O my son, if it be equal to the weight of a grain of mustard seed, and tough it be as a rock, or in the heavens or in the earth, Allah will bring it forth. Verily, Allah is subtle in bringing out that grain, well aware of its place." Luqman is reminding his son of Allah's knowledge and how perfect it is, in that the existence of anything big or small is acknowledged and controlled by him. Luqman tries to impress his son, reminding him of Allah's absolute control over his kingdom. Such might and power must not be challenged or ignored by anyone, and it gives us a sense of comfort in today's climate. Luqman then reminds his son to establish regular prayer on time and with the best possible performance, because prayer is the direct connection between the creation and his creator. Luqman then advises his son to enjoin people for good and forbid them from evil. And then he reminds him about the importance of patience. Luqman advises his son on the importance of being moderate and humble, even in the way that he walks and talks. And finally, Luqman reminds his son that being harsh while talking will liken his voice to the braying of a donkey. Shouting does not win hearts, rather, it will offend and alienate people. Luqman shows great wisdom in his advice to his son, and we all have a lot to learn from this. I urge you all to visit the verses in Surah Luqman to get a better understanding of the advices shared.
من العصيان واعتقني من النيران يسر لي حفظ القرآن واحفظني من زلة لساني أعظني من العصيان واعتقني من النيران